How's it going, guys? Travis from Tackle Bros, and thank you for hanging out with us on The Drop. This is what we do every Thursday. We hang out, we talk about restocks, we talk about new products, maybe some techniques. We don't know. This week, we're gonna have a lot more restock. We do have a couple really cool items that came in this week that are new, but a lot of restocks that I think a lot of you guys have been waiting for. So let's get started with, something light, okay? We're gonna see a gigantic restock in Ryugi. All the fog shots, all the inset hook keepers, which we'll get to this guy next week. Like I said, in Finney's, the Vespas are all back in stock. These have been out of stock for quite some time. So the Vespa is just a really amazing little ball head. It pairs up nicely with a bunch of our soft plastics. It's a lighter wire one, so keep that in mind when you go to buy them. They're available in a ton of different sizes, especially the small sizes. So this is a really cool one from Ryugi, and it's always very popular. They sell it very quickly when we get them. Finally back in stock from Gamakatsu. We've been out of stock on these for a very long time. Almost all of the Aaron Martin stuff is back in stock. So the G Finesse Nano Trebles, size 6. This is probably the most popular one. You guys will use them to change out your Vision 110 hooks. This is the one that most guys go to. And then we also see a restock in the G Finesse Nano Drop Shot hook. Again, these are probably the most popular drop shot hooks in the shop. We've been out of these for over a year. Glad to see them back in. Right now we got them back in the number 2 and the number 4 size. So number 2 is the most popular size. That's the one that most guys will go with, that nose hook drop shot. So definitely check these out from Gamakatsu. Up here, guys are generally afraid to throw those, bigger swim baits, the bigger glide baits. But something that's actually been a staple in a lot of our arsenals at the shop has been the Gancraft jointed claw. So this is a glide bait. Gancraft actually kind of originated the glide bait with the jointed claw. I mean, we see a bunch of colors in the 178 come in, a couple of new ones, and then a couple ones that have been restocked finally. And then we also see a North American exclusive color. So this is going to be green perch. So this is an international exclusive color, so only available in North America. So these are all going to be the 178, and these are going to be in the slow sink. So let's run through the colors really quick. So we're going to have green perch, Gachi Cone white. So this is a nice, clearish white color. It has a nice dark belly on it. That's a cool one. We're also going to see Ja Ayu, so just a nice natural Ayu color. We're also going to have Nakahira Ayu, and then we're going to have Kikyo Ayu. So this is like a nice purple back one. Purple back, translucent, a little bit of blue in there. And then in the floating version, we're going to have Gecko Ayu. So another nice Ayu color. This is a darker one. So in the floating version, and then all the other ones are going to be in slow sink. So all those are back in stock from Gancraft. That's an amazing glide bait. If you're looking to, start throwing glide baits, it's a good size to start with. The only way, what do these guys weigh? 2 ounces? 2 ounces, so 178 millimeters. It's not over intimidating. A 2-pound bass is going to eat that. If swim baits or glide baits are something that's kind of like piqued your interest recently, start with something like this, a 6-inch mag draft. Those are going to be really good gateway swim baits. So those are new from Gancraft. Okay, so back in from Z-Man and Evergreen, we finally see a big restock on jackhammers. So if you're not familiar with jackhammers, this is basically the ultra premium version of a chatterbait. So it's going to have the most beefed up components. It has an amazing gammy hook in it. The startup inertia is right away. So the second this thing hits the water, the blade starts kicking. It's available in a crazy amount of colors: 3/8, half ounce, 3/4 ounce, ounce and a quarter. I believe those are all the sizes. It's just an amazing chatterbait. Definitely one if you're a serious chatterbait guy. This is definitely one you're going to want to see. Like I said, it's available in all the whites. It's available in all the fire tigers, even that new Ghost Baby Bluegill. So this is a really cool color. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, just a really cool baby bluegill color. Every color's back in stock finally on these guys. Okay, so in that Daiwa restock that we got this week, I wanted to highlight one rod because the mid-strolling technique has been very, very popular. And there's a rod in the Steez lineup that we've actually been using for a while to do this mid-strolling technique. If you've come in the shop, we've probably pointed it out to you. And we finally got a restock on it. We haven't had them in stock since probably November, December. So that's going to be the Steez AGS in the Ned. So this is going to be in that 610 super metal top. So this is going to have that, if you can see on those last couple guides there, oh shit, boom, orange guides. So what that's going to do is that's going to have an ultra stinger tip. That's basically going to help you with that action when you're shaking the minnow. So this is an amazing one. If you're a big fan of Daiwa like we are here, this is going to be a really good mid-strolling rod. I figured I'd point that out to you guys because Daiwa doesn't really have a lot, and generally when you're getting into the mid-strolling stuff, you're going with ultra JDM rods, like the Raid stuff or the new Medusa, stuff like that. but Daiwa does make one that we have found works amazingly for the technique, so I thought I'd point that out to you guys. And then staying with rods, but moving to Megabass. So this is going to be, I'll show you the restock first, and then we'll get into the new rods that have come in, which I'm very excited about. We've waited a long time for these. In the Triza, we see a restock in all Triza. So that's the Aiello, the Dragoon, everything is back in stock. If you're not familiar with the Triza is an amazing three-piece travel rod. So it's a high-end three-piece travel rod. So generally with travel rods, you tend to lose a lot of sensitivity. But with the Triza, because of how they do the ferruling, so you just see you have a little ferrule tip there, slides in like a normal multi-piece rod. But Megabass does a beautiful job with their ferruling that allows the sensitivity to carry on through the blank. It has this beautifully styled handle you can see here. So the Aiello is probably the most popular one. It's the BFS one. There's gonna be an F063. It's an ultralight rod, very popular in the BFS. So definitely check out the whole Triza line. These are all back in stock finally from Megabass. Okay, so staying with the travel rod, we finally get into the shop. The, not new, but new to us, Megabass Huntsman in the Great Hunting lineup. So these are gonna be Megabass's highest end BFS trout rods. So it's going to be a completely handcrafted wooden handle. It's going to be multi-piece, so there's going to be little ferrulings where you're going to conjoin this rod together. This one in particular is a 4-piece. These are probably some of the most beautiful rods I've ever seen. It's going to have a double reel seat lockdown. The whole reel seat and handle is incredibly styled. A lot of guys in Japan are pairing these up with Calcutta Conquest. If you want to pair it up with a, say a Daiwa Pixie or an Aldebaran BFS, those are going to be great options. You could put it to tool on this. I don't imagine many of you guys will because it's quite an expensive rod, but it's gonna work for that. These are specifically BFS trout rods, so keep that in mind. They also come with these amazing cases. So it's gonna come with a, I wouldn't say hard, but definitely structured outer carrying case. Has this nice little strap so you can throw it over your shoulder, and then when you unzip it, it's going to have a soft case on the inside, which is pretty cool. Right now we have it available in 3 models. I'll run through those with you. Keep in mind, each model is going to have a different variation of the handle. So each handle is gonna be different. Like I said, these are all handcrafted wood handles. These are just beautiful. So if this is something you've been looking for, we finally have them in stock. These rods are also extremely light, extremely sensitive. There's not a big flat spot like you see in a lot of the ferruled rods. This one right here is going to be, I'm just gonna show you the handle just so you can kind of tell by the handle. This is gonna be more of a light handle, and this is gonna be the 5'11". This is gonna be a 4-foot light. It's gonna have a lure rating from 2 to 10 gram, and it's gonna be rated for 2 to 8 pound fluorocarbon. So again, light stuff. So this is going to be the longest one in the lineup. This is going to be a 6-foot. So this is going to be the black handled 6-foot light. It's going to have again a lure rating 2 to 10 grams and a line rating again 2 to 8 grams. So just a little bit longer one. That's going to be the black handled one. Finally, we're going to have the 4'8" ultralight. This one specifically is going to be a 3-piece. The other 2 were 4-piece. This is going to have a 1 to 6 gram lure rating and then a 1 to 4 pound test for the line rating, and that's in fluorocarbon. So keep that in mind. So those are the 3 new Huntsman rods. We're very excited to have them in the shop. I don't anticipate them sticking around too long. Hopefully they'll come a little bit more often. I've ordered these several times and they've never showed up. So I'm very happy to have what we have. And if you've been looking for them, finally available. Keeping with the restocks, we have the multi-inner bags are all back in stock. So this is just a wide open box from Megabass. You can stick all your plastics in here. You can stick your tools in here. Maybe you fish out of your buddy's boat a lot. You carry a bunch of these. So they're back in 3 colors. So we got this guy, which is green camo. And then we have orange camo, which is a cool one. This is like a woodland camo. So it's got leaves and stuff on it. And then we also have black. So this is just kind of like a carbon fiber black color. Really cool. Those are back in. And then we also have a restock on a bunch of the hats. So this Psychic hat is probably my favorite hat. I wore these for years before we ever had the store, but the Megabass Psychic hat, we have this one here, and then we also have the complete blackout version. So those are back in stock. A bunch of the other hats are back in stock as well. Okay, so in Hazadong Shad in the 3-inch, we've been out of stock for a while on these two colors, so green pumpkin shad and green pumpkin chartreuse. Those are finally back in stock in a big way. Definitely check those out. Okay, so over the last couple of weeks, we've been showing you guys and talking to you about some of the things where we use the Dark Sleeper. Because of that, we've sold out, so I thank you guys for trusting me with what I say. And this week, we finally see a big restock in all of the Dark Sleepers. So all the sizes, all the colors. These happen to be my 4 favorite. The picture that I posted on my Instagram last week was of Donko. This is gonna be that darker, kind of goldish brown colored Donko. We're also gonna have Mutseguru. So this is a great natural bottom feeding color. We're gonna have Dark Shad. This is a really cool one. And then Wakasagi. These are all gonna be back in stock from 2.4 inch, 3 inch, 3.8 inch, all the way from quarter ounce up to a full ounce. So if you guys have been looking for Dark Sleepers, everything's back in stock again. Also back in stock from Megabass, something we've been out of stock of for a while, are going to be the Rapid bags. So these are really, really cool, pouches from Megabass. They're gonna have all these little accessory areas here. You're gonna have a nice zipper pocket in the front. You're also gonna have this like paracord style that you can kind of stick something in and cinch it down. And then on the inside, if you can see this, so you're gonna have a pouch here and another pouch here up top, and then you're also going to have on the inside another zipper area. So this is a really cool one if you're bank fishing or you just like to travel light when you're going fishing with a buddy. Maybe you know exactly what you're doing, exactly what they're biting. This is going to carry your stuff. It's just a really cool bag to have. We sell a ton of them. This one specifically is going to be in the real camo color. And then we're also going to have it available in the black. So those are back in from Megabass. Okay, so in about 2 weeks' time, we have Musky opener up here in the Kawarthas. If you guys didn't actually know, we sell Musky gear as well. We're primarily a bass shop, but Musky is a passion that I've had for a very long time. I originally started out fishing exclusively muskie. A bunch of my good friends are hardcore muskie guys. We still go out every year on muskie opener together, rent a big house, go on a couple-day trip, and just try to catch as many as we can. This is a great box if you are trying to store your muskie gear, or for you bass guys, I mean, if you're throwing a 6-inch mag draft or something like that, this is not the box for you. But if you have those gigantic swim baits, like those 230 size, maybe the 10-inch mag drafts, like the big stuff, like 10, 12, 16-inch stuff. This is a box you could potentially look at for storage. So this is going to be the Special Mate lure box. So basically you have all these here. You'll hang your baits in these sections, and then it kind of works as a binder. So they're all individually stored. I mean, you can obviously fit more than one bait in there at a time, but it's just a really cool, inexpensive muskie storage. So you swim bait guys know, you muskie guys know, your lures are not cheap. I know that. So this is 140 bucks Canadian, maybe like 110 US box. If you're spending the kind of money you guys do on swim baits and on muskie lures, it's not too much for you guys to put something in these. I'll try to keep them in stock as much as possible. I've also tried to work on keeping the shipping price low. So if you've been looking for a amazing, inexpensive muskie box, this is one. If you're a swim bait guy and you throw ultra big stuff, again, this is not for 6-inch baits. This is for the big guys. You can see this is a pretty hefty size box. So if this is something you're interested in, we have these back in stock, and I will keep them in stock for the rest of the year. So if you've made it to this point in the video, we're gonna do something, because this one was short and sweet, we're gonna do a $200 giveaway. So here are the 3 things you need to do. First off, follow me on Instagram at TacklePrez. Number 2, follow the shop on Instagram at PTBO Pro Tackle. Number 3, leave a comment and like the video. So if you do all those 3 things, you'll be entered into the giveaway. I'll announce next week's winner on the video. I'll put your name up on the screen. Good luck to everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Take care. Have a good weekend.